All right, here we go. Welcome back for some more New Jersey Devils franchise mode. This is episode 2, and I forgot last time to take a look at the actual player point totals and see how the team is doing in terms of their scoring and such. And I did take a look on my own, and we can see here that Taylor Hall and Adam Henrique are both point per game players, each one having 5 goals and 6 assists in 10 games. So that's great. Adam Henrique is the better plus minus player. So, I mean, that first line is doing pretty well, I got to say. Kyle Palmieri is on the second line, but he's still got 9 points. Vanek on the first line, 9 points. So that first line is doing a pretty good job scoring. And if we take a look down here, Nico Hischier also has 7 points so far in 10 games. So he's doing pretty good actually, he was on the fourth line. Someone actually pointed out in the video last I posted that he had been switched back to the fourth line during an injury. So I'm going to put him back on the third line here in a second. But even on the fourth line, he's gotten 7 points. So pretty happy with that so far. Other than that, though, we take a look at the defenseman. There is almost no point production here at all. Markov has 3 points. He's a -2 player. That's just not good. That's not good at all. And I mean, he's an aging guy, so you kind of don't expect him to be a great point player on defense. But Severson, he's 23, top 4 D potential, 84 overall. He's got 2 points, 2 assists. That's not good. That's not good enough for anyone. Lovejoy and Markov, I think, are both on the same line, and they are both, so they're both minus players. The only other minus player, though, is Andy Green, who is actually sitting out. He's a scratch player, a healthy scratch. He did have to go in for a couple games there for someone who missed it, I guess. But, I mean, in general, he's out. So, yeah, I don't expect much from him, but everyone else is just not pulling their weight right now. So, that leads me to making a trade. Because our defense isn't doing so great, I've decided that we need to inject a little bit more life into our core, I suppose. So I did a little bit of looking, and I noticed that the Arizona Coyotes are trying to get rid of some of their older defensemen, and they happen to be right there. Great. So they want to get rid of Halmerson and Goligoski. Oh, what's his name? Goligoski. There it is. So he's a top 4 D-man. He's 82 overall, but he's also 32. So it seems like what I tend to do right now is I'm just adding in old players to kind of fill the roles. But I mean, the bad part is I don't really have a lot of prospects to kind of help out. So it could be beneficial not to get these players, to just screw up as much as we can in the next year or two, draft really well. And maybe in 2 or 3 more years after that, we'll try and, well, we'll not try, but hopefully we'll have a decent enough young core that we can have a good team. But that's kind of boring, I think, to watch. If you had to watch that, that would be like 4 years. Essentially, I mean, that could be done in 4 episodes probably, but it's still like 4 years of just kind of tanking, or maybe 2 years of tanking, 2 years of being kind of crappy until we start to get better. So I'm going to go the old route of the Leafs of like, I don't know, however long they were around for, like early 2000s to mid 2000s almost, late, early 2010-ish. The numbers, the numbers, what I'm trying to say. The point is, I'm going to try and add in some old players, and I'm going to try and add these old players in. And hopefully they will help the team do well in the meantime. And we can get some good prospects like Nico Hischier, who can, after this year or even during this year, perhaps grow to be better players. So with that long-winded justification out of the way, I'm going to try and trade for Goligoski. I've kind of planned out what I want the trade to be, but essentially it's going to be Goligoski, Brad Richardson, and a CHL player who I think they drafted this year. Where's Richardson? There he is. And yeah, so that's what they're going to try and give me, or I'm going to try and get from them. And the final player is Deneen. If I can find him again. Oh, it's such a hassle sometimes. There it is. So he's a 7D medium potential, and he's a 57 overall, 19. I don't expect much from him, but due to some restrictions, Arizona didn't have enough, or they had too many skaters if I left them with the trade I was proposing. So we'll see how this plans out. But anyways, I'm going to give them back Brian Boyle, a 3rd round pick, Santini, who is a prospect, so we'll put him in right now. He's a top 4 demon, but with low potential. He's 76 right now, 22. So that kind of feels like I don't want to give him up too much. I mean, he's got decent trade value, and I think that's for a reason. He could turn out to be a pretty decent, defenseman. And really, I'm mortgaging the future away right now to try and get a better, replacement in the meantime. And that could be a mistake, but I kind of want to go for it. I want to just try and make it a more entertaining team, at least for this year. So we'll trade Santini, Boyle. You can find him again. And the final player will be Andy Green. So Andy Green is going to go off to greener pastures. Oh, that was a terrible pun. We're going to send him off to the Arizona Coyotes, who will probably not play him. He'll probably, I don't know what he'll do exactly, but I'm going to try and trade him because I think the reason was that it was a cap space problem. They weren't above the salary cap floor. So in doing this, it kind of makes us both within the realm of cap space, or whatever you want to call it. And then, of course, we'll add in a 3rd round pick from ours for not this year, but the next year. So way down here. And that is what I'm going to try and propose here. Oh, I forgot also Goligoski. I'm going to try and have them retain some salary just because, I mean, he's got a 4-year contract for $6 million and he's not that great. So it's kind of, I mean, right now we got plenty of room. It's not a big deal, but later on down the line, it could suck for us if, we have suddenly we need $6 million of space and he's still on the books for another 2 or 3 years. So anyways, we'll try and get them to retain. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll try it out. It looks to me like just how the deal is right now, it looks like it could work. They get a prospect, and of course they are a rebuilding team, as you can see down on their side in the bottom right, status rebuilder. So they get a good prospect who could turn out to be pretty good. They get Boyle, who's kind of the same thing as Richardson, and Green, who is kind of analogous to Goligoski. So it seems to me like it's kind of a fair trade. Plus, we throw in a third round pick from next year because they don't really want to give up Richardson or Deneen. And yeah, I don't know. I have faith in this. So let's just try it out here. Let's see what they say. Rejected. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Doesn't thrill us at all. We could live with it depending on what you send our way. With that said, your offer to us is filling needs we have, but the value just where it needs to be compared to what we were asked to give up. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't want to, this is a lot to give up. It feels like Santini is a decent player. I mean, he's not decent right now, but he could be a decent player. He's got 1 year left on his contract. He'll probably get signed to maybe he's like what, a 75 or something. He'll probably get signed to like a $1 or $2 million deal. So, all right, let's just try. We'll try one more pick. We'll just throw in a 4th round from, we'll throw in a 5th round from this year. 6th round. We'll give him a 6th round. Okay. A 6th round. That's the final offering price. If they didn't take the last one, I don't feel like they're going to take this one, but we'll try it anyways. Rejected. Okay, fair enough. So that deal didn't pan out, but you know what? We tried some things. We tried to make it work. So the situation as is our defense still sucks, but at least we get to keep Santini, which means that in maybe 2 years-ish, we have a good top 4 guy. I think he was above low potential, right? I can't remember now, but yeah. So also take a look at our standings here in the Metropolitan. We are in 7th place. But I mean, our record isn't that bad. It's 5-4-1, which, it's 5-4-1. It's not great, but I mean, it's not too bad. At least we're over 500, right? But then you look up here at the Washington Capitals, who are 8-1-3, and like, holy crap, how do we compete in this division? It's like, it's got to be one of the hardest divisions to compete in right now. It's just crazy. All right, well, I don't want to waste too much time here, kind of just diddle-dallying about. So we'll get into the sim again, and we'll try and sim up here until maybe... Well, we'll just start off going to the end of November, sorry, the start of December, and we'll see how we do. So 5-4-1 trade. No, I don't want to trade Vanek. Keep getting these requests for Vanek as well. So we'll see how that works out. One win, 1 loss, so not too bad. Our record's still saying about 500. But I think at the end of November here, we're going to take a look at the defense. And if they're not producing still, I think we have to make some change. We have to do something differently so that we can get... I don't know, more point production at least, because I mean our power play has to suck. Even if we're only going with 1D on the power play, that still can't be good. All right, infantry scout, and we'll wrap it up here 1 more week, I think. We'll go to the OHL. I think we're looking for defense, right? So we'll go defense, and we go 6 weeks. Because I mean our defense, is not great. But I mean 9-9-2, nah, 10-9. All right, so. We just can't seem to get over this like 500 hump, which I guess for some teams, they might want to try and be at 500, but I would kind of have higher hopes for us with some of the acquisitions we made. We did throw down a decent amount of money. I think like $6 million per year in free agency there at the beginning of the video or the beginning of the season. So yeah, not great. Let's take a look at the standings if we can again. We'll see where we are. I think we're probably 7th or 8th still. Can't get over that 500. And yeah, EA menus, of course, take forever to load. Oh, actually, we're fifth now. So looks like teams kind of came down. We're a little bit, well, yeah, about halfway through. Oh, no, sorry, halfway. About a quarter of the way through the season. Um, I mean, like, New York Rangers, Washington Capitals are up there. They're still killing it. The Pittsburgh Penguins kind of look like they're having a bit of a hangover from the year before. They're 15-10, still a pretty good record, but I mean, no, they're not top of the division. And then there we are, fifth. So yeah, not amazing. Kyle Palmieri is actually leading the team now in points, and looks like we have no players who are no longer a point a game. Palmieri with the most points at 24 games played. Well, that might not be true, but we'll see. Adam Henrique, 19 points. Taylor Hall, 17. Travis Zajac is up there. Where is Nico Hischier? So 11 points. So he kind of fell off there. Yeah, not the greatest month of November for him, but hopefully he has a better season here, or a better month coming up. And Markov is still the point leader with only 6 points. So an entire month he scored 3 points, and they were all 3 goals, I think. And he's a -5 now. Lovejoy is a -3. Oh, it's not great. Not great at all. All right, let's take a look at our goalies. I haven't done that yet, actually. Schneider's playing the lion's share of the games. 9.24 save percentage. Wow, that's pretty good. And I mean, that's tough, man. He's 8 wins, 7 losses, 3 overtime losses. He has 2 shutouts in 20 games, and he has a .924 save percentage. And we still can't do better for him. Goals against average, 2.25, not bad. I mean, 2.25 is actually pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Kincaid, though, is kind of dropping the ball a little bit there. 6 games, .881. So they're lighting him up. He's a 10 overall points lower than Corey Schneider, too. So they're really lighting him up when he goes in net. But he doesn't have to go into net. He doesn't have to go in net too often. So, yeah. Let's just, I mean, yeah, we'll keep going. I mean, the menu's going to load here, and there it is. We'll go through December, and we'll see where we are at the holiday break. All right. Yeah, we'll see where we are. So when we get back to this Detroit game, we'll see how things are. I wonder if there's if I can get, obviously, if you could obviously get an elite defenseman, that'd be great. But if I could get someone who is just becoming, just entering their prime, they're about 27, 28. They're not too old. They still have maybe 4 or 5 good years left in them before they start to decline. If I could find a defenseman like that, that'd be great. But the problem is, I don't know what to trade for him. The best players I have right now, I think Nico Hischier probably has the most value. But I mean, I think I have, not sure who else will be up there. Adam Henrique is probably up there. Corey Schneider's probably up there. But yeah, there's not too many pieces I can really afford to give away to get that defenseman that I need. Looks like we had a little bit of a losing streak there, 4 games in a row, and then we won 2, 3 in a row. So yeah, the record is still above 500, man, but it's not it's just brutal. Brutal in the defense department, I think. All right, let's take a look at some teams really quickly. I don't want to bore people, so maybe I'll just no, I won't edit it out. Probably we'll just see what everyone wants to do, how everyone is. So we'll take a look quickly. I think I looked at Anaheim before. Boston, do you have any? There we go. Any defensemen? Not really. They want to give up now. Okay. I don't know who would well, Tennyson here. He's a 7th D now. I don't need him. Not a lot of teams I've noticed in this game really want to give up any parts. Everyone seems to hold their pieces pretty tightly, which I kind of like, because I mean, before it felt like teams were just giving up points or giving up players every single, almost every single player who wasn't a franchise player. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff here in the first couple teams we go through. Here we go. 77. So he's got top 4 potential. He's only 20 years old, but he's got decent trade value. I'd probably have to give up a lot to get him. But I mean, he's also 77. I could probably put him in the 6th and the 3rd pairing in the bottom 6, and the top 6, I guess, and get him in the NHL this year. I mean, he's probably playing this year too on Columbus. Maybe we'll try that here. Let's just do this quickly. If it doesn't pan out, we'll go back to the sim and we'll just sim up to maybe the trade deadline or something. But what can we give up here? Severson, he's also high. Oh, Severson actually has the most potential. That's interesting. Oh, he's a defenseman. Oh my God. I'm so aloof sometimes. All right. So Hischier and Hall have the most trade value. Oh yeah. Hall, obviously. Let's see. Is there anything here? I mean, Markov, but he doesn't have a lot of trade value. Brian Boyle. No, there's not really anything that I'm willing to give up right now. Oh, they want green. Actually, if I can get rid of green, that'd be great. Does it hurt? They got some cap space, so I could theoretically, if I can dump green's contract, that would be amazing. But I have to give up something else too. I could give up a draft pick, but if I give up a draft pick, we're trying to draft right now. That's kind of what we need, is players of our own who are prospects who can grow into something better. I could give up Vanek. We just signed him, so it's a little bit crazy to give him up right away. But that top 4 prospect is tempting. No, you know what? Sorry to waste the time, but I just I don't feel good about it. I don't feel like we have the pieces right now to move. We're just like obviously, to get something, you have to give things up. You can't just hoard all the pieces and be like, oh, look at me, I have the best team ever. I'm 99 overall and everything. That'd be great if you could do that, but it doesn't really work that way. So yeah, you kind of need to give things up. And I mean, we're weak in everything pretty much, except maybe goaltender. But even our backup goalie isn't that good. So like, do I give up one thing to make another thing slightly better than it is, but still kind of crappy? Maybe I just don't have the foresight for this kind of game. Defense still 6 weeks. There we go. Yeah, I think I might lack the foresight for this kind of game. 4-2 loss there, 4-1 win. I think we're still scoring goals at least, which is nice. So our first line and our second line seem to be scoring okay. I don't think we have one of the better lines in the league for scoring, but I think it's enough to win us games sometimes. Sometimes, I guess, is the addendum I would add there. A couple losses in a row. So this month not looking so great. Looks like we had a lot of losses actually. We've only had 2 wins so far. We have another. They want to give us. Oh no, yeah. Oh, first round for Thomas Vanek. Ooh, that's actually really tempting. I mean, it's Columbus. They're probably going to finish pretty high up. Like they're. I don't know where exactly. The status is champion. So yeah, they're probably going to finish fairly high up. So it might not be the best pick. Not going to be like a top 3 pick or anything, but still a first round draft. I mean, I think we lost our 3rd round this year. Oh, it's actually for next year, not this year. And I don't see them like dropping so much in 2 years that they're going to be a really good draft pick. And Thomas Vanek has contributed to the team fairly well. He was like top 5 for our point totals right now, our team's point totals so far. And I don't know who we'd have to fill in after him too. We take a really quick look at our own team here. What does he play? He plays. I think I have him on the right wing. I don't know what his actual default position is. Oh, he's already in the lineup, so I can't look. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's left wing by default. So can I just look at like all wingers? No. Let's look at right wingers to begin with. So I don't really have anything I could put up there. The next one would have to be Palmieri, who would go up to the first line, but who would come and play in on that 4th line, who would move up. We actually have Zach. I think Zach is in the NHL. Yeah, he is. Quenneville is 73. He could almost come up, but then that bottom line, the 4th line in the forwards, would be really weak. It would be like a 73, a 75, and a Brian Boyle, I guess, who's an 80, but still it's pretty low. You know what? I can't just keep talking about it. I got to do it. So you know what? I'm going to take this trade, I think. Oh, we're giving them a 7th round too, actually. I want something back for that then. What else do they have? If we could fill in someone who is a decent winger would be good. I mean, 74 winger, low to be a top 6 forward. That's kind of promising a little bit. Take a look. Let's take a look at all forwards here. So can't really afford any of these guys. They're willing to give up these guys, actually. That's interesting. Is there anyone else here who can kind of come in? Dubois, who's a 79 overall at 19. Oh, he could be good. I mean, I'm not going to get him, but he could be good eventually in the league. And other than that, I guess what am I looking for? Like a top 9 forward would be good. Daniel Winnick. Is that Mike Fisher? Oh, he might have signed in this game from free agency. That might make sense. Calvert, 79. That's not... I mean, he's 2.2 million contract though. I don't like that so much. This guy here though, bottom 6 forward, left wing, cheap contract. I mean, not really. I mean, contract doesn't really matter to us, I guess, right now. But why don't we try this guy? We'll add him in. At least we get a prospect back. But he's bottom 6. I was like hoping for like top 9 forward. We could try these guys here. 74. You know what? Let's try this. Let's try Milano. Looks like that. Oh, that's way over. Trade value is way over though. No, probably can't get him. So we will. What if we took a Milano though? Yeah, we took Milano, and actually Abramov, and we turned this into a 2nd round pick. Now that's not worth it then for Vanek. All right, I'll get it. Hold on, give me a second. I'll get this. No, it tempted me. It enticed me, but I think ultimately I have to say no to that. I think I'm giving up too much. That first round is super tempting because we need to draft, you know, but I just don't think it's worth it. Oh, and then they're asking here for some more picks, but we have to give them a 4th and a 5th. Maybe if I just, you know what, if they want to do this and they're willing to accept only a 4th round, I would do that. I would try that. 1st and a 3rd, and we only give them a 4th round. Yeah, that looks like it's not fair according to the trade value down there, but that looks more interesting to my favor. We still have no one to replace Vanek though. God damn it! Oh, I just need someone to replace Vanek, and Boston is 30 and 12. So you know what? I'm actually gonna not do that. I mean, if they're 30 and 12, that pick could very well be like 31st overall. I mean, not 31st, but late. It could be very late. All right, so we finished the month of, is that January we finished? Wow. All right, January's over, and we are 23, 20, and 6. Nothing has changed. We're still not doing that great, and I have still not managed to pull the trigger on anything that I've been offered for trades, which is not a great idea probably. It'd probably be better if I just did one of those trades, but we take a look at the lines. I mean, I move Palmieri up. I move Wood up, and then I need someone to come in here on the bottom lines. Chloe is a 75 now? What? Did he grow? Must have been like, can you change because of morale in this game? Oh, minus 14. That's tough. It's tough, buddy. And Heischer's back there on the 4th line. Son of a bitch. So he's not been playing on the 3rd line this entire time. I guess I forgot to change it back there. I was pretty sure I did, but all right. Blandisi, Wood. Yeah, there's just no depth. You know, we have no depth to bring up if we lose Thomas Vanek. So draft well, I guess. I guess that's going to be where we go from here. So let's just, we'll get through February. We'll just get to the trade deadline, and then we will finish things up for this video. I think it's been a long one. So sorry, you know, let's get to the end of it here. I feel like I run in circles when I do this. You know, there's so many things. We'll actually we'll go to the end of this Islanders game. There's just so many things that I guess I'm not very good at in this game. I mean, that's not surprising, so I suppose. 2 second-round picks from the next 2 years. Decline trade, yeah. No thanks. Thomas Vanek, man, everyone wants Thomas Vanek. I need to, like, is there a way? Oh, 1st-round pick, though, for the Jets. How are the Jets doing? If they're a really crappy team, no, they're pretty good too. Of course, they want to go up their 1st. I mean, that makes sense. If I was a bad team, I probably wouldn't want to give up my 1st. So we'll just say no to that. Skip all this business here. I really need to find out if I can edit the trade block so that they don't want Thomas Vanek anymore. Holy crap. I need to take it. I need to do this right now. Is it the surplus forwards? That might be it. That might be why it's like that. How do I remove that? Okay. No surpluses. Maybe that'll solve the issue. Because I am tired of getting hounded by these teams to trade Thomas Vanek, man. Holy crap. I thought it was another one. Oh, and there he goes. Oh, I should have traded Thomas Vanek. He's only out for a couple weeks, though. February 25th, he returns. That's fine. We go best lines is going to screw everything up. So let's just go replace player. I think that will just replace him and leave everything else the way it is. And, I mean, we're on a bit of a win streak there. I think that's 6 in a row. Scouting assignment again. We haven't looked at the WHL yet. We'll take a look at the US maybe. They have a surprising amount of defensemen in the US. So we'll do that. Take a look. If only we still had Adam Larson. That'd be great. So yeah, we actually went on a 6 in a row win streak there. We're 30-20 so far on our record. So our record really improved, and now that it's going down again, of course, but it really got better there for a minute. We'll put Thomas Vanek in back in ourselves. What? I guess I don't have any forwards up here. Oh my God, that's brutal. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, Andy Green playing forwards on the first line. Okay, well, oh God, that hurt me. That hurt me so much. I've learned my lesson. I will never trust the assistant coach to do anything for me again. Holy crap. Oh, he's not even totally healed yet either. He's still got some wounds. Oh, my soul hurts. I can't believe they put Andy Green up there. God damn it. Go best lines. And then I'll just go back here and I'll fix up this thing. Heischer's a 79 now, so I think he went up 1, maybe. Please God, never ever, never. I need to bring up like an AHL forward to put up here, just so they never ever put. Oh my God, that's miserable. That's miserable. And yet, for some reason, we went on like at 8 game. We went like 8-1 in that period. I don't understand. Fully healed and available to play in next game. Just continue. I think we already have him back in there. So somehow, maybe I was mistaken. Maybe it was a mistake to take Andy Green out of the lineup. Maybe he's like a good luck charm, some kind of leprechaun that only works in New Jersey. Jeez, can't believe that happened to me like that. Okay, well, anyways, this month was an improvement. What was that like? I see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 13 wins, I think. 12 out of 14, I guess, if you include Buffalo, which was in the past month, but still, that's a pretty good stretch there. So we actually had a big improvement for our team. I'm not gonna credit Andy Green, seriously. I don't want to credit him. I hope that it's not because of him. That will make me really upset. Sometimes though, like the simulation is just, I don't understand. Why does it do this? Why would it do that to me? All right. Anyways, I'll take a look here at the player stats really quickly. We'll see how Corey Schneider is doing and everyone else. Palmieri leading the team with 55 points. Taylor Hall not too far behind with 50. Adam Henrique with 49. Vanek missed some time, but still has 35 points. And where's Heischer? 19 points. I mean, playing on the third line, 19 years old. 19 isn't too bad. He's a -9, though. That's not a good sign. Maybe he's on the wrong line. Maybe putting him back on the fourth line would be a better choice, but I don't know. We'll try this out now for now. I'll edit a couple things when I'm not recording here, just so you don't have to watch it, but I will move around. I'll move someone up from the AHL or who's in the system up to the NHL so they can just be a healthy scratch, so that in the future we can have a best lines that sets a forward to the forward slot instead of Andy Green. Wow, Markov's got 33 points, so he got better. Wow, that's not bad. From going from like, what was he, like 13 points or something at like 30 games. So he's really had some good production there lately. He's also a +7 now. So wow, he really improved somehow. Lovejoy's a +8. What? What happened? Where did this come from? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Andy Green's still a -4. Oh man. You know what? He might have been a -8, so I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna ignore it. Yeah, so the defenseman's doing a little bit better. Severson is having a slightly better season, but still 14 points is not enough for someone who's playing on the top pairing. He might have power play time too. I have to check that, but if he's got power play time, that's definitely not enough. And we'll take a look at goalies finally. Holy crap, Corey Schneider is putting in work, man. He's got .932 save percentage, 8 shutouts so far this season in 53 games played. This guy is having a great year. Wow. A 2.01 goals against average. Oh my God, he is doing everything for us. Like he might have gotten hot there. This might be the reason, among other things, like Markov scoring points. This might be a good reason why we actually are having it. We had a good run there for like 14 games. Keith Kincaid is also, I think he had a slightly better, maybe not. Maybe he's about the same actually. But still, I'm impressed by Corey Schneider. So he's doing everything for us. Can we take a look at? No, I think that's it. Oh, there goes my battery. But yeah, I think that's everything. I don't. Yeah. So I guess in the future I will have to. I'm gonna do some. I don't know what you call it. Let's take a look around, and I'm gonna see if there's anyone I can trade for, because it is the trade deadline here for the next video. And we will see if there is anyone worth trading who is on defense, who we can trade for. I'll have to look into it a little bit more too, to see, where exactly we can afford to lose pieces. But no more of that. I'll let you guys go. So thanks so much for watching, and hope you guys have a great day.